the go-to look for myself and my clients. Let's go ahead and play with some makeup today. Now, like most of you, I take about 10 minutes tops putting my makeup on a daily basis. And that's because I'm usually on the run, whether that be to a shoot or to a client, so I don't have much time. So let me show you guys today an easy, polished, chic makeup look that I absolutely love. The NYX, the brow glue, is fantastic and great price, by the way, for my little thin, not darkly colored brows. So I'm gonna show you guys how I apply this, especially when I'm in a hurry. And then I'm gonna go in with a pencil and show you how I create a little more depth. But just by using a brow gel, you can not only lift, or give the illusion, I should say, of a lift to the eye, but you can also create a fuller looking brow. Because once you open the brow hair and then go in and add a little bit of color, you automatically create a fullness. I always like to go back in the opposite direction as well to deposit a little more color and then lightly blend it through. Once I have the brow gel deposited, I go in with my Anastasia Beverly Hills. I go underneath, and I've showed you guys this technique before, but I'm showing you a shorter version. I'm going underneath to just fill in any gaps. And I usually just stop there and then run out of the house. If you want, you can go in and very lightly just fill that whole brow in to just deepen it a bit and give it a little bit more color and oomph. So feel free to go nice and natural or a little more bold. I like to go a little more bold, so I'm gonna finish this brow right now, and then let's go ahead and get into the next section. All right, both brows done. Let's use the Surratt eyelash curler. So I like to lightly coat the lashes, moving up and out in the direction that the lash grows in. I don't just sit here and do this. I work out in the direction of the lash. Wispy lashes, both done, and then I added a tiny bit to the bottom lash. But let's go ahead and get into what I quickly put on in the morning. I mix these two usually together. It's a tinted moisturizer. This is the Hourglass, and then I like the RMS. This is the Radiance Serum. It's an SPF 30 in there. Now I go between this year consistently, the Shiseido and the Hourglass Veil. This has a little more coverage to it, but I find that I reach for this more often just because it's really easy to blend into the skin. So let me show you what I mean. Now I do want to mention this is rich. I'm combination dry, definitely on the drier side, but this is nice and emollient, but you can feel it. It's not lightweight. It's very hydrating. Mixed with the Hourglass Veil Tinted Moisturizer, it definitely creates a richness to the skin. So for those of you that don't like to feel anything, I would go in very sparingly with RMS and then just put a thin layer of the Hourglass everywhere. Now let's go in with my concealer. This Haus Labs is fantastic. It is dewy and it sets beautifully. Using just a little bit of this underneath the eyes will help with any sort of settling, because even if you are on the younger side, you want the under eye area to look nice and hydrated and dewy and soft. So no thick, heavy, dry concealer. If you want to create a matte finish with your makeup look, you'll go in with your powder afterwards and strategically place it in the areas that you need to. Now, being as pale as I am, I love a good blush to really liven up the skin. So there's two different formulations that I reach for. One's a cream or liquid that creates a nice, beautiful, buttery sheen across the skin. I've been into the Rare Beauty blushes, or a lighter powder blush that I wasn't really enjoying till this last couple months, and that's the Dior blushes. So I have to build up this color, but it's really soft and pretty. And this is from the winter collection. This is the Rouge Blush in 211 Precious Rose. So I'm gonna do one look on each side so you can see the difference in finish as well as color payoff. So as you can see, more color payoff with the Rare Beauty blush. And this is softer. This reminds me of an English rose type of blush. Less is more. Looks like the flush is coming from within or underneath the foundation, which I really love. So the Dior and the Chanel blushes that I've been about because they don't feel as pigmented are winning me over. Eyeliner is so essential if you want to bring out the shape in your eyes. So I love using the Chanel. I also love to use the Victoria Beckham, but these are a little wetter, meaning they don't set down as quickly. They're creamy. They're great for eyeshadow bases because they blend beautifully. Some of you have told me that they're harder to use. So head towards the Chanel if you want a truly waterproof, smudge-proof all-day eyeliner wear. Or another one that's really great is the Makeup Forever. They are like a waxy powder pencil and they work really easy and they are lighter, similar to the Dior blush as far as color payoff when it comes to application. So you have to build it up, but it's nice because it creates a really soft look. So today, because I've showed you guys the Victoria Beckham quite often, I'm going to show you the Makeup Forever Artist Pencil. These are meant for all over the face, by the way. And then I'm going to show you guys how I use an eyeshadow, which is the easiest way for those of you that have trouble with eyeliner to approach doing an eyeliner look. Two different approaches, but hopefully you guys notice which one looks softer. Hopefully you guys are noticing that it's the powder. That's because it doesn't have a hard line. It's not extra pigmented. It's soft in texture, so it creates a soft line. It's also easier to create a soft cat eye because there's no hard graphic lines, so it creates a nice lift without being too intense. But obviously it's going to be a preference. I like both, but I find I reach for the powder more because I just find in my 40s it looks softer and I can also create that light lift that I just told you guys about. Now for those of you who are wondering which one stays on longer, they both stand equally as long. Obviously the extra pigmented one by Makeup Forever is going to cling a little bit better, but by the time you put on a setting spray, I like to use the Charlotte Tilbury all over my face. This moistens and so it helps the powder to actually stick to the eyelid because it creates a bit of an emollient texture and then it grabs on further. So hopefully you guys get to try both techniques and see which one you prefer. Little lips to full lips, you want to find a lip pencil that is within your lip color range. Now I'm going to use one of my absolute favorites. I've used this consistently. These are the Makeup Forever, once again, pencils. This is in the color Wherever Walnut. So good. It's that nudie pink color that is just beautiful on those of you that have light to medium skin tones. I like to work on the outer edges and then work towards the middle to create a fullness. And then I'm going to go ahead and show you guys two different lip looks. I'm going to do a gloss because that seems to be the easiest, is to quickly throw on a gloss for the day. But I'm also going to add the Prada lip, which is by far the prettiest nude I have seen, and those of you who just saw my top 5 favorite nudes all agreed that this is the one that you liked best on me, but I also find looks best on most of my clients because it has enough color payoff to not wash myself or others out. lovely is this color? It's a perfect pinky nude. And as you saw, you can just use a lip liner just to create a fullness to your lips and skip the gloss and the lipstick, or you can layer as you saw that I did. And I also put some on my cheeks, that Prada, because it has a little bit of that demi matte waxy texture. It also helps to soften my pores and create a uniformed color story by bringing these two areas of the face together. Now for my final step, I'm going to go in with my Dior powder and strategically place the powder where I want to create a demi matte finish or to control oil. The Dior powder comes with a sponge that has two sides. One's a velvet side that doesn't allow you to pick up too much product, and the other one is a sponge so that you can wear it as a foundation. I'm going to use the velvet side to just lightly place on the high points of my face to further brighten. A little bit underneath that eyeliner to carve the liner, lift it a bit. A little bit on the pores to blur. On the chin, down the forehead. Whatever's left over, final step, I'll put under the eyes. I never go in with a powder under the eyes first because it is just too drying. I know it's popular to bake, and I get it. There is a reason and a season for baking your powders on the face, but for day-to-day life, if you were to go out after baking your powder, it can look very thick and heavy. Now, mind you, you do you. The best version of you is all that matters. A little bit on my brows as well to soften the pigments in the brow product. And here we have it. This is the look that I do consistently. I get a lot of compliments on this, and a lot of clients love this look because I'm defining features. The brow, the lash line, the lashes, the cheeks, and the lip. And what is the secret to this look? Why did I focus on those points? The brow does lifting. The eyeliner helps to open the eye and shape the eye. The mascara opens the eye up. The blush brings the complexion up. The lipstick pulls it all together. So there really is a method to the madness here. And then of course the complexion products, the concealer and the tinted moisturizer help to even out the complexion. Now I'm gonna show you guys one final step for those of you that are going out or want a little extra oomph. How do you take this from day to night or from something softer to a little more glamorous? You're going to pick a shadow. You can either do a dark shadow and put it all over the lower lid to create a smoky look, or you can go the opposite direction and do something that has a bit of a twinkle to it and create a brightening effect. I'm gonna use one of my favorite eyeshadows for just that reason. This is the Hourglass Shattered Light. It doesn't grab and look too chunky or thick on the lids, which is important for texture on the lids or aging lid concerns. This is the color Aura. I'm gonna grab just a little bit on my ring finger and I'm going to press it on the center of the lid. Once I've placed most of it on the center of the lid, I'll place a little towards the inner corner and a little bit on the outer corner. The idea though is to make the center of the lid the focal point, so that way when you open and close and you're blinking throughout the day or moving your head around, you have a focal point that you are focusing on. Here we have nice twinkle glamorous lid. And that just takes this look from day to night, or just from something every day to a little more glamorous. And there we have it, my go-to makeup look for everyday elevated. It's great for day or night. It's great for a special occasion. It's great for just going to the grocery store because it's just not too much. Now imagine taking the earrings off and as you can see, it's a little less glamorous. But I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If you have any questions or suggestions, feel free to reach out to me. And as always, thank you guys so much for going on this makeup journey with me. Now, if you like what you're seeing here on Cherie Voyage and you want to support the artistry education and content, the easiest way to do that is to go ahead and subscribe. Use my affiliate links down below. You shop, I get a small commission. Helps me to continue to do this channel. Don't forget to thumbs up and leave me a message. I love your guys' messages. They make my day. And you can go ahead and head to TikTok or Instagram if you guys would like to see sneak peeks and up-and-coming newness, as well as mini tutorials. And you can head to CherieVoyage.com to book me for a one-on-one artistry lesson from a professional makeup artist of 25 years. All right, everyone. As always, take care of you, take care of each other, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye for now, everybody.